new homes often will come with warranties from the builder and to cover bigger structural components.
Hello and welcome everybody to the Housing Tips. It's the show where we talk about housing information, housing news, and everything in between. I'm your host, Derek, and joining me today is my co host, Jesse. How are you today, Jesse?
I'm hyped up, man. Dodgers are the World Series champs. I told you.
He did. He told me since day one. Day one of the playoffs, he said, watch out, they're going to win. They're going to win. Look at it now.
You owe me World Series tickets because you said if they advance, we would get tickets. It did not happen. Even my mom reminded me, "Hey, you didn't go. Didn't your friend say?" So, thank you, mom. He's gonna get tickets for the
They're
next World Series.
$2,000 a ticket. That's crazy. That's
Not
insane
a
how much.
problem.
Speaking of, though, I know Jesse has some photos. We'll go ahead and share the photos on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Is he actually went to the championship parade? How was that, Jesse?
I did. Well, not the parade on the street. I went to the stadium event. So I went to the rally, and we'll make sure to like put photos up in the video. But I went to the rally, and it was really really cool. Like you're able to get there very early. Everyone's decked out in Dodger gear. There's like no other gear of other teams, food and drinks. They showed the parade on the screens, and then they had like Ice Cube perform like a mini concert.
Wow.
Um, actor they sang "Happy Birthday" to Fernando Valenzuela when they had the rally. Um, it was his birthday. Rest in peace to the pitcher from like the OG from back in the day. And then the team came in and they gave mini speeches, like all the players, and it was just like this feeling I don't know how to describe. So super fan number one, even though my wife kind of got me into it, but
Yeah.
if she's watching, like I'm a bigger fan than you now.
Speaking of, though, there was a lot of older fans and younger fans too there, right?
Yeah, there was all in between.
Wow. So speaking of older versus newer, that's actually the topic of today's video. Jesse, what's today's topic of today's video?
Today's topic is the pros and cons of buying a new or older home.
Awesome. So in this video, we're actually going to be taking sides. There's something a little bit different. Jesse's going to be taking which side, Jesse?
I'm actually going to take the newer home, even though people know that I usually tend to go towards the older home.
And I'll actually be taking the older side position on this. So let's go ahead and start. Jesse, what is your first tip about the pros and cons of a newer build?
Yeah, so for a new build, I jotted down, well, newer homes are more energy efficient. They're built
Yes.
with energy codes to make them more efficient in order for you to have lower energy bills and more modern safety features. If it's updated wiring, if it's better fire resistance, and so improved insulation. If it comes with, some will come with like high efficiency appliances, so that's going to save you money. That's going to provide you a more comfortable living environment, as opposed to ones that don't.
Yes, definitely. And speaking of the older side, that is one big con of older houses. A lot of the time, they are not energy efficient. Windows with like double pane windows and just the way they constructed windows back in the day, you lose a lot of heating and cooling. And so, especially during the summertime, as someone who has experienced that at older homes, is during the winter time, you could just wake up in the middle of the night when it's cold outside and just feel the cold air seeping through the windows. Versus newer homes, they don't really have that as much, where they have new windows, everything's built, everything's tight as a plug, and it definitely is a huge pro to have a newer build in that aspect.
Yeah, that makes a huge difference, right? And so you're able to be comfortable. You're not needing to, do all these added expenses, or like just not feel comfortable like in your home. And so newer home, energy efficient, you're gonna you're gonna live a lot better, more comfortable in a home like that.
I will say though, one huge con against that though for a new build, there's
Mm.
no character. You just have that millennial gray, you have no vibe to it. Older houses, especially one of my favorite areas, Pasadena. Oh man, those all those houses there have such character. They're smaller houses, but they have, custom marbling, custom roofs, custom, panelings, custom, pretty much everything's custom. Of course, Pasadena is an extremely expensive area in Southern California, but having character in an older house, I think that adds a little bit to the price, right?
I'm gonna challenge that and say, although maybe it doesn't have character like you're saying, but newer homes, they're gonna feature like open floor plans, larger kitchens. You can even customize on a new build if you want certain finishes and fixtures and layouts. You might have a pre-selected options, but if you don't like white cabinets, you can go with the black, or down the line you have to do that added expense.
I will say that is something that is a con about older houses is that you get what you get. If you want something new, you're gonna have to get used to paying for it. You want a new kitchen. Jesse actually has experience with that. Coming into an older home, if you want a new kitchen, you got to pay out of pocket versus on a newer build. Sometimes you can, say, hey, I want a double oven. That's very interesting. I don't know why people would want that. Having a
Yeah.
oven, that means double to clean, but I know that some people really want that. They want a side to side oven or a top down oven or a French style cooktop,
Mhm.
which same thing. No idea why you would pay that much money for one, but that's
Yeah.
definitely an option with the newer build versus older build. You kind of get what you get.
Yeah. No, the double oven is dope, man. You get to like multiple dishes at once, saves time. And for ones in an older home, maybe already came with, a standard oven, and it's, you can't be as versatile, and it becomes a little bit challenging. So considering that, like these high quality appliances, being able to customize or like pick out, colors and schemes that you're wanting, and comfortability, like as soon as you get into the home.
Yes, definitely. But speaking of which, what's the last pro for new home builds, Jesse? I have one more pro, but I'll let you go first because age
Okay.
before beauty. Or
I put down builder warranties. So new homes often will come with warranties from the builder, and to cover bigger structural components and for a set period. Sometimes it can be, from 1 to 10 years, and coverage could be foundation, could be roofing, plumbing, electrical systems. So then homeowners have that reassurance that, hey, repairs are going to be covered. If something goes wrong, I have this warranty period, and it can save buyers from unexpected expenses, and provide you that peace of mind, especially like during those first few years of home ownership. Like I can't guarantee, for certain things to happen to your property or to not happen, right? We do a visual inspection, we'll assess and see. We also take into consideration, age and just normal wear and tear, and things are going to happen, right? And sometimes, like, just me as agent and individual and caring about my clients, I'll feel bad if, like, hey, like something came out or there was a leak and something, but it wasn't something that you can always pick up, at the very beginning, and accounting for stuff like that to happen. But on a newer build, you have that warranty and you have that peace of mind.
That's true. That's true. So, who do you think then, Jesse? Would you rather have a new build or an older build? And before I let Jesse speak, anyone that's listening or viewing, what are your thoughts? Put in the comments down below. Would you rather have a new build or an old build? I'm a little bit biased. I bought an older place, and Jesse's a little bit biased too. But Jesse, what are your thoughts?
Do you have another pro for the older home before I make my decision?
Well, you actually took what mine was gonna be. Is
Oh,
that
I snatched it up.
you snatched it, so it's okay. I don't have any more pros. There's tons of pros. Character,
Yeah.
the look and feel of the house, and you actually get to feel like it's a lived-in house versus a home that you need to make your own memories in. But I will say, home warranties. There's just nothing I can complain about that on an old build. What you get is what you get. Just like with a used car versus a new car, what you see is what you get. Versus
Mm.
with a new build, yeah, exactly like you said, if there's any gremlins in the house, it's easily fixable. It's easily to just, submit a warranty and say, hey,
Yeah.
this isn't working, come out and fix it. Versus an old build, like we talked about in our other video, we're going to put that in the top right here, is we're going to be talking about, sometimes there's just nothing you got to do. But you got to go to Home Depot at 10 o'clock at night, try to find a specific screw or specific piece to fit into somewhere else. But I would definitely say, though, is that's pretty much all I have right now for pros and cons. But Jesse, what are your thoughts to help wrap up this video?
Yeah, I'll somewhat just slightly like there isn't like a universal like best choice. I think understanding the differences and then what aligns with you, like your preferences, your lifestyle needs. Like for a new home, like who is that best for? I think first time homeowners, maybe you want something move and ready, you don't want like maintenance, think about repairs, maybe you don't have experience doing that. I think about more modern like lifestyle, individuals want a modern layout, energy efficient, up to date, and low maintenance individuals. You don't want to worry about replacing or systems like that. So, those are who I think might be best for old home. Who can that benefit most? You mentioned a little bit like people that like the charm and character, who like architectural details, craftsmanship, if it's
People
historical
that are really handy as
significance.
well.
Yeah, people who are handy renovators, they don't mind investing time and money into updates or like the idea of personalizing a home. Or, people who want to like value mature like landscaping or bigger lots and like develop communities. And so there's advantages and drawbacks for both. And you know, considering that, like, do you value modern conveniences and a turnkey experience? Like, do you not mind renovations? Are you willing to pay more upfront for lower maintenance and energy costs? All depends. All depends to your priorities. But if you were to ask me, I go with the older home. I like real estate is just breathe in the blood. So I love to fix, change, ideas and the idea that I can just move things around as opposed to like this is like what you got.
Definitely. And it's a little bit cheaper as well. But as always, Jesse, I always say in every single one of our videos, thank you so much for your time. And viewers, if any of that information sounds of interest to you and you would like to learn more, please consider liking the video and subscribing and leaving us a comment down below. We pass the question on to you. Would you rather have an older home or would you rather have a newer home? But until then, thank you so much and have a great day.